What is going on, everyone? This is JABO, your pit stop quick one-stop shop for all things NASCAR and other sports that are just a bit outside. I'm your host, Brendan Bryan, and let's get started. Well, this video is certainly late, unlike my 200-page research project for an undergraduate class. Yippee! But with all that bull honky out of the way, and with 2025 already here, let's quickly catch up on what we have missed in the world of sports. Starting off with the NASCAR Truck Series Championship race, well, it was a blowout. I mean, it wasn't even close. Ty Majeski was essentially unstoppable, with his only competition being Corey Heim, who could really never catch him. And when he kind of had a chance to catch him, he committed a penalty on a restart. That was just about it. Christian Eckes was no better than a top 5 car all day either, so that ended his championship run and ends his villain arc, I guess, he had at the end of the season. But my boy Grant, I'm sorry, man. It didn't work. Clock struck midnight on us, buddy. There's always next year, right? They won't dump you like every other team has when you made it to the Final Four. Oh, please don't get rid of Grant. But they won't, because we already know that. They signed him on for next season, which is good. That's good news. But Ty Majeski, he crushed it. Absolutely crushed it in the championship race. And just congratulations to him. He is your 2024 NASCAR Truck Series champion. In the Xfinity Series, their championship race was definitely the best of the bunch, just bar none. Justin Allgaier tried repeatedly, as is customary for him, shooting himself in the foot, but didn't know the word quit. I mean, he just kept coming back and back until he finally battered his car to second place, which was enough. It was just enough to win his first Xfinity Series championship and breaks the Elliott Sadler curse for regulars in the Xfinity Series. I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, he's no longer a choker, but a winner. So was Riley Herbst, who won the race, but who really cares? Allgaier was the feel-good story of NASCAR's championship weekend, and he is well-deserved. It's long overdue, and he can go chase it again in 2025. Congratulations to Justin Allgaier, the 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. Wow, that's weird to say. Now it's for the moment you've all been waiting for. That's already happened because, well, this is very old news. If you've ever taken a journalism class, the first thing they teach you is about timeliness, and this is totally not on time, but we're going to talk about the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race real quick, and, well, you already know who won it, even before it happened.
I am inevitable.
Even Year Logano is real and was there that day for his, not his first, not his second, but his third Cup Series championship, solidifying him as the current best in the Cup Series. That's just my opinion. The current modern-day Jimmy Johnson. He's figured out this system. Ryan Blaney gave it a run, but was honestly just a Kyle Larson short, of really having a shot. Not really sure what Larson was doing there at the end of that race, but close but no cigar. And someone else who is not getting a cigar after the championship race, well, was the pace car driver. For those who didn't see it or was all overshadowed by Logano's third championship race, the pace car driver wrecked. That's right, he wrecked under caution by himself, plowing into the sand barrels on pit road. And I really just don't have a joke for this situation. I mean, the situation is the joke. The guy just ran into the tire barriers, kept driving, stopped, got out of the car, and just walked away. I really don't know how to really sum up motorsports, honestly, but for NASCAR, that's its summary. It's redneckery at its finest. But regardless, Logano claims his third, the three-peat, well, not three-peat, the three-peat, not even years either. That's his third title, and now he'll enter hibernation because it's an odd number year next year. So, bye Joey for a year, and he will be preparing for the next even numbered year, which will be 2026. So look out for Logano next year. If you're a Joey Logano fan, I guess you have no incentive to really watch or listen to me or watch NASCAR for another year, but there you have it. Joey Logano, your 2024 NASCAR Cup Series champion. Just recently, only like 2 weeks ago, I mean, this is how late I am, NASCAR held its preseason exhibition race known as the Clash at the historic Madhouse Bowman Gray Stadium. I was so hyped for this. I think everybody in the NASCAR community was, and it certainly was the Madhouse from the first heat race all the way to the last lap of the race. I mean, just It was awesome. I mean, Justin Haley just couldn't stop getting into incident after incident with other drivers. In the last chance qualifier race, there were some big names like Kyle Larson who went into the event that may or may not have advanced, but he ended up winning the event. So, he did that. But no one will remember that. I'm telling you, no one's going to remember Kyle Larson coming from pretty much last all the way to first because Ty Dillon in that race peaked. He peaked, everybody. His whole season, 2025, it's already peaked because guess what he did? He started first in the last chance qualifier. He did it. He made it to the front of a field in NASCAR Cup Series competition in 2025. I mean, he didn't advance, obviously. He sucked along with his brother, but that was it. You saw it right there. Ty Dillon peaked in the NASCAR Clash at Bowman Gray first in the last chance qualifier on lap 1, or at least coming to green, so good for him. Oh, and Ricky Stenhouse just junked local star Burt Myers for mid-pack racing in the backpack race. I mean, really don't know what to say about that. Ricky does, I reckon. But the main show was just as fun with Ty Gibbs doing his best Mario impression against Justin Haley, who had everything but the finish line that weekend. And Chase Elliott looked dominant early, but Dennis caught him before halfway and looked like that could be the car to beat until Elliott stormed right back on by, along with Ryan Blaney, who started dead last in the race and, well, only entered the race because he was in on a provisional because he was the highest points finisher from last season. And it looked like he was going to catch Elliott as well, like Martinsville last season. This is the most recent Martinsville race that eliminated Chase Elliott from the championship. And it looked like it was going to happen again, but he came up just short. Elliott was able to hold him off and win the Clash at Bowman Gray to wrap up an exciting weekend. And I don't know what other people think about what I'm about to say, but honestly, I wish this could be an actual race on the schedule going forward. With the Clash going every year to a new small town short track, I think Bowman Gray could work. I think it'd be a great addition to the NASCAR schedule. And they could just format it the way they did it for the Clash, honestly, just with more laps. And you put it right in the middle of summer with hot tempers, hot tracks, slick tires. It would be great. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but I sure hope it does, or at the very least, have the Clash return to Bowman Gray in 2026 because it was a show and it was a great start to the 2025 NASCAR season.
Yay.
Now, just taking a quick look at the rest of the sports world. In college football, in case you missed it, Alabama and Ole Miss choked to miss the playoffs. It snowed more inches in Tallahassee this past February than FSU won games. Flag planting is a thing and definitely not an issue that causes multiple fights on the field. And for my Troy Trojans, they won 3 of their last 4 games and ruined Georgia State's season, which was also their 100th victory. Woohoo! Yeah, consolation prize. And also, the transfer portal is a good thing that is not exploitative at all and is a good thing for Marshall. And then finally, Ohio State and Notre Dame made the championship game with Ohio State just dominating the Irish and winning the national championship. And honestly, it was all because Texas's head coach, Steve Sarkisian, just doesn't know how to football on the goal line. I don't know what he was thinking, but to my knowledge, if the football crosses the line, you get the touchdown, and throwing it back behind the line is, not scoring. Well, he's doing his best Pete Carroll impression. Everyone's got to show it every now and then. But there's Ohio State winning the national championship. Roll Tide. In the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles played the referee-led Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 59. However, the refs were no help for the Kansas City Chiefs as the Eagles they were flying high the whole game, and I think at one point it was 34-0. It was just a disaster from the opening snap for the Kansas City Chiefs. No three-peat for the Swifties or for Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Fumblerooski, all that kind of stuff. Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith are now Super Bowl champions, so roll Tide. And the most insufferable fan base in the NFL right now, the Kansas City Chiefs, has been beaten by the second most insufferable fan base in the Philadelphia Eagles. So, you get what you can get. But the Philadelphia Eagles are your 2024/5 Super Bowl 59 champions. Josh Allen won the MVP. That's great, even though Didn't really have the stats for it, but you did it. You did it, Bills. You made it. In the MLB, the Yankees fans who interfered with Dodgers Mookie Betts during the World Series have received lifetime bans from all MLB games. And, I mean, duh. And in the world of hockey, Ovechkin continues to creep closer to Gretzky's all-time goal record. The Bruins have found themselves in dreaded purgatory, and the Rangers are dead? Man, what happened over there?
Stop! He's already dead!
And finally, in the world of boxing, Naoya Inoue, I think I'm saying that right, is still a monster, and Tyson Fury retires. Again. Like for the 6th or 7th time. I'm not even joking, literally. After being decidedly outboxed by Alexander Usyk in their much-anticipated rematch. And just for those wondering, no, Fury does not acknowledge the loss, obviously, because he obviously didn't get outboxed and obviously won that, even though his face looks like a watermelon after the fight. You know, that just seems to be Usyk's way of winning. He just breaks people. I mean, look what happened to Anthony Joshua.
I was studying Ukraine and all the champions that have come from your amazing country, but I've never been there. What's happening there is, I don't know what's happening, but it's not nice at the end of the day. Champ, champ! Champ, champ! Champ, champ! And I just want to say, Bismillah.
I believe I won that fight. And I believe it was, what do you do, one of them things, decisions in boxing. And, you know, his country's at war, so people are siding with the country at war. But good luck to Alexander. Well done. God bless you. Happy New Year!
Yeah, there you go. Some level-headed people there. Well, there you have it, a catch-up on the sports world before the 2025 NASCAR season begins. Oh, and keep your eyes out for grades. Well, that's right, grades for every driver from all 3 series for the 2024 season. It's coming out very soon. Just honestly, keep your eyes out for that right before the season starts. Because if I'm not safe from grades and criticisms and stupid comments saying it should have been capitalized even though it's not supposed to be capitalized or whatever, neither are NASCAR drivers. And find out how your favorite driver did and whether they passed or LaJoyed it. And I hope you all enjoyed this episode of JABO. This is our comeback. We are back, baby, for 2025. I've been your host, Brendan Bryan, and I will see you again next time.